What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Best Bet show. It's just me and Austin today, but don't be afraid. We still got some bangers coming your way. Austin, how you doing today, brother?
My man, excited for today. I got a super busy evening. The girlfriend planned damn near everything tonight, so it's going to be tough for me to watch sports, but I got the bets. I'm going to basically be checking the logs and just hoping they go my way, which is a tough but sometimes rewarding position to be in.
No, that's the worst feeling. You're like at a good time, and you're like, this guy's 3 for 12. I can't even look at what shots he's taking because I'm not
Foul
watching
trouble.
right
Yeah, foul trouble exactly.
now. No, it is what it is, though. We got what up, Austin? We got a high. Got a bunch of fire emojis. Listen, this is a horrible game. I'm not going to lie and say this game is amazing. We got some injuries for hopefully some openings for other people. A low total of 42.5. And I looked back. The last time me and you did an episode was Jets Patriots. So apparently me and you can only do shows together when the Jets play, which kind of sucks. But either way, two good offenses. I don't know if you want to categorize the Jets as a good offense, but the potential to be a good offense. A spread of 2.5 with the Jets at 2.5. Everyone's on the Texans. I feel like the Jets are a sneaky favorite, but I don't want to take them at -2.5. I wish, like, if the Jets were dogs, I'd probably bet them. But I get why everyone's on the Texans. I can't figure out what I think is going to happen. I think the NFL is going to keep this close. I think I like the under. I think it's going to be ugly. And I may live bet in between. What are your thoughts on where you see this game going?
See, I'm seeing everyone on Texans money line, obviously, but obviously they're still the underdog. So it's definitely interesting, these types of games when Vegas has it priced like this. For me, man, this Jets team, they're better than 2-6, aren't they?
I mean, I'd hope so.
I mean, I don't know. It's a tough back. I lean the Texans. I lean the Jets. I think everyone's on their Texans. Vegas is sitting sturdy with the Texans being plus 110, plus 115 most places. So I think the Jets are the favorite. I think basically their season is on the line. If they don't win this game, it's over. I also saw Hassan Reddick is making his debut. Could give them some juice on the DN. I saw it announced. Let me confirm real quick. But if Hassan Reddick gets there, maybe he gives them a little extra juice. You know what I mean? But
dude, everyone's on the Texans, but this chat is saying this chat is saying the Jets. Is this chat kind of sharp? They really have no choice. I mean, I wish teams had choices, but
we got sharp fellows in the chat today because I'm kind of the same way. I haven't made a selection. I haven't backed either side. But it's just an odd line. I guess I would probably play the money line too if I was playing the Jets. I don't think it's worth taking the spread at -2. You can get a good enough line at like -125, 130. So I'd probably go there. What do you think with that?
Yeah, I think you go money line. I think
Reddick debuted last week. Okay. Yeah, I saw he was returning. So he's making his second week. He's obviously a key player they traded for.
I think this is their Super Bowl. I think everyone's on the over 42.5. Like, I don't know. I feel like the sports books obviously want the Jets to win, and I like being on the side that the Jets are on. I mean that the what the sports books kind of want, because more oftentimes than not, that's what's going to be the case. I will say I just saw that Greg Zuerlein went on the IR, which kind of sucks for me. Because I don't know who they're putting in now.
The Jets are also healthier, Chucks. Like, for me, it's the health. The Jets are a healthier team. And this is a day where everyone's going to be watching this game. Vegas knows all the casuals come out on holidays. They put a lot of money on overs. I guarantee everyone's on over 42.5. I would not be shocked to see this one kind of mucked up, be an uglier game. Jets type of football where they run the ball a little bit. You know what I mean? And just
I agree.
Whole clock.
I agree. They signed. I saw they signed Riley Patterson. I think Riley Patterson probably takes it over. I forget who else they got, but I think Riley Patterson was actually not bad. But I'm on the Texans over 1.5 field goals. I think this is an under game. I think that CJ Stroud can still move the chains. Joe Mixon can move the chains. Tank Dell can move the chains. And I think the red zone's going to be tough for them, especially in the passing game, because the Jets already are a good passing defense. But I think the red zone is going to be really tough to get in there. I think they do move the ball pretty well. I think CJ Stroud is talented enough. I think Tank Dell has a nice day. So maybe Dalton Schultz, but I do think they get there. So Texans over 1.5 field goals for me. I did have the Texans' longest field goal, but that was a cap kind of on Zurline being 1 for 4 from 40 plus yards. Now that it's not him, it's a little scarier.
They could be less likely to try attempts though with a new kicker in town. So
that's true.
Maybe they're less likely to try 50 plus if it's short yardage.
That's true. What's your favorite prop for tonight's game?
Yeah, looking at my favorite prop, it's going to be kind of square. Not a ton of people are on it because they're afraid of the Sauce Gardner matchup, but I'm on Tank Dell, 4.5 receptions. I think it's one of those spots where he looked great last season. He's getting more and more removed from that injury last year. He's obviously had a slow start, but he played those first 4 or 5 weeks with Nico Collins, with Stephon Diggs. There's only so many mouths to be fed. Joe Mixon's been obviously great, but it's kind of a addition of subtraction. You know what I mean? He's going to play a ton of snaps. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays every single receiving snap on a pass play here, Tank Dell. And they're going to have some designed work for him. He's too good to not have the ball in their hands, and they just don't have enough weapons without him. Obviously, Robert Woods is a solid, proven guy that's going to maybe have an impact. But I think it's his role. 4.5 receptions when CJ Stroud has a 21.5 pass completion line. They got to go somewhere. It just feels like 5 of them are going his way.
I agree. I was surprised you weren't going to play a Mike Williams longest reception prop today with Lazard being out. I'm not going to lie.
I was close. And I've seen everyone on his under 1.5 receptions. That's chalk. I'm telling you, Mike Williams is catching 2 balls today. I'm like confident in that. But the longest reception, he burned me last time. It's just hard because Aaron just doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
Aaron
he wants him on the trade block.
Aaron's cooked this guy publicly, and it's hard for me to back him. That being said, he's going to probably have a 40-yarder, and this will be the first time he goes over 50 yards at plus 700. And I've took it twice, but I couldn't get there.
No, I agree. I think this game is, again, this game is going to be interesting. You have a lot of low lines here for a low total. I mean, even Tyler Conklin, I'm on his under longest reception, but even a lot of these guys' yards are just extremely low. Robert Woods is at 17.5, which is, he's juiced for over 2 catches. You think if he gets 2 catches, he's probably going to be over.
How about Mixon's rush attempt line? 20.5?
Yeah.
That's a lot of share. That's toting that thing. If you get down at all, you're in trouble. So
especially on Thursdays too, it may be a sell high, bet the under there. That is a high
20.5.
You need a lot to go right to happen.
If the Jets come out and score opening drive 7, you know what I mean? That's probably missing.
He's had 25 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. And look how many pass attempts CJ had last week. He passed 40 times. I don't know how they had that many plays, but
I think I'm looking right now. Richardson at 32 attempts.
5 of 20. So they just kept punting it back.
Yeah, possession was 35. Yeah. I mean, the thing is if they go down at all, and they've been winning every game. So I mean,
yeah, they've led a lot. If they go down though, they're in a complete shit show situation,
Yeah.
This game, I don't know. 20.5. That was one where I like Joe Mixon's over rush yards. He's obviously been great, but that feels high to me. I also see a lot of people on CJ Stroud's under pass completions. I get the read. It's probably a smart bet. With obviously Collins and Diggs out, but
yeah, but if you think they're gonna lose or think they could lose, I think he's gonna sling that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a definitely interesting spot. I think the community's got a lot of similar reads, and I was trying to stay off those. But the Mixon under 20.5 rush attempts is one I'm definitely going to peek at. I mean, think about it. He could have 18 carries for 112 yards. If he breaks a big run for 60 yards,
he's off.
That doesn't help his rush attempts.
He's off.
He's off the field. And Breece Hall has a 15.5 rush yard, minus 150 now, or rush attempt. So that's 16 carries going his way. Braylon Allen's going to get 6 or 7 carries. Aaron Rodgers has a 33.5 pass attempt. There's a lot of plays that are supposed to be there, and there's only so many minutes in a game. So I definitely think a lot of these guys are going to go under today, a lot of the rush attempt lines.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of there's too many plays on the board, exactly. Too little plays, I guess, to go around.
Like, not
Again,
everyone can get that.
ugly game. We don't have Alex today, but we're still gonna do a first touchdown score. Not like he was helping with that anyway. No shade, Alex. We love you, but that was not his cup of tea this year. So I guess it's my turn to go first.
I didn't even tell you who I was picking yet.
Doesn't matter because I have first say, so I didn't even need to ask. I know who you're gonna pick.
You got my same wavelength, huh?
I know who you're gonna pick. I just if it's not Tank Dell, I think I know who it is. I'm gonna go Devontae Adams.
Wow.
A wizard was talking to me this morning.
That was my pick.
What?
That was my pick. I think it's the safest one with obviously Lazard out.
I think Devontae Adams, if he lines up in a little bit of a slot, I think he can get it. I know they've been getting hurt a little bit to slot receivers, or just a little just fade, chuck it up there, let Devontae catch the ball. I think Rodgers is going to want to show out. Even last week, he had a lot of passing touchdowns. Like around that goal line, he's getting more and more comfortable. So plus 700, plus 900 on Fanatics, which is great. Devontae Adams, where are you going?
Yeah, this is my first time this year taking the most square prop on the touchdown board, but I'm going to go Breece Hall. I was going to go Devontae Adams. I don't love Tank Dell in the red zone. He's not the greatest red zone threat for me, but like he's effective. But I think Breece Hall first touchdown makes a little more sense.
I thought you were going to go Dalton Schultz, for being honest.
The tight end.
Yeah.
I don't hate that, honestly. You could get plus 1,500 for that. Decent value, but I think plus 500 for Breece Hall. He's due to be the first one eventually. If he's within the 10-yard line on first down, he's going to get a carry. I'll try it. I'll roll the dice with him.
You know what's going to happen? Mike Williams is going to catch his first one now because you got off him.
I know, and he was like plus 2,000, plus 3,000.
He's going to catch like a 40-yard bomb, and you're going to be like.
That's what I was saying, dude. I've sprinkled his plus or like his 50 yards at like plus 1,000 a few times, and like doesn't do shit. You know what I mean? But today, like, think about it. We've seen Mike Williams do that for years, breaking those big ones. Obviously, he's had the injury history, so he's not the same player. But that's going to happen at some point this year. Like, I know it's going to happen if he stays with the Jets and doesn't get moved.
No, I agree. I think they have to use him some way. With Lazard out, this is the chance you're going to see if he's capable. This is like a make-or-break game, probably.
Like shit in the slot, though. So, I mean, maybe they moved Devontae Adams there more or Wilson there a little, I guess. They played Mike Williams a ton in the slot, and he's looked like shit out of this.
Yeah, I don't think he's a slot. It's not like it's him.
That's not his Allen again. Those are like wasted snaps, and they had a lot more 2 tight end looks lately. So I don't love the Mike Williams today, but I do think he catches 2 balls with Lazard out. Like I agree. Not apart.
I agree. Well, there you have it. I wish it was a better game for you guys. What is the Monday night game? I don't even know.
Let's see.
It's the Bucs Chiefs, which is a better game to bet on, but
that's a bummer that the Bucs are banged up.
I know.
Because if they're healthy, that's probably a really fun shootout game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, we will be back for that. Guys, go enjoy your Halloween. Have some candy. Today's the only day you can eat like 10 Reese's and be okay with it, and it'd be fine. So go do that and use your right as an American to eat as much candy as you want. And let's see, any questions in the chat? I think we're good. Over Mike Williams over 1.5 catches. I do think it's there. But we move on. That is it for the show. We'll see you guys next time after one of us cash the first touchdown. Best luck in your bets.